For my diversity event, I attended the Black Feminist Feast, and this event was on April 17th in the CSU from about 5:30 to 7, and I attended this event with some people from our class. So the event started as the speaker laying some ground rules, and the first was that the room would be centering blackness, which meant that all the narratives and the experiences would be based on blackness. Some other rules were that you needed to be mindful of others and their identities. Obviously, don't talk over each other and use I statements. Feelings are definitely welcome in the room, and accountability is love. So, the activities were pretty much the speaker asking the whole crowd questions, and then the table groups would talk about the questions, and then if you wanted to share with the group, she would hand you the microphone and then you would talk about it. So the first question was, what parts of you did you have to kill in order to survive whiteness? Many people replied their voice, pride, color, and style. And this was obviously centered around blackness just because the wording of the question. And later on, there were some that were kind of for everyone. So another question was, how do you free yourself from whiteness? And a main theme was people were saying, nothing you can really do, you just have to be yourself. Keep your voice, pride, color, keep your style. And then the last question was, in the last 48 hours, how have you been a traitor to whiteness or a lover to blackness? And Angelica from her class said she was standing up for her friends of color because they were hanging out the night before, and she posted on her Snapchat story actually with some men of color, and people were saying like, oh, this is a dad's worst fear and stuff like that, and she just stood up for them. So this was being a lover on blackness. So that question was kind of based on for anyone to answer. So my thoughts and reactions to this were very mixed because of the questions being asked. I felt kind of excluded at first at being able to participate. And this event was definitely centered around blackness, and at first it did make me feel kind of uncomfortable. But my reaction overall was kind of just taking it all in rather than saying something out loud. I had a lot of feelings and just thoughts going on in my head that I felt like I didn't have to talk about right away, but now I can. So I learned that black culture is very centered and they're really close to one another and they're really bound in their experiences with each other, which makes them really relatable to other people of their color. And I assume this is the same for any ethnicity, like white people, Hispanic, everyone like that. They all have similar experiences, thoughts, stories, explanations to questions, just their heritage and culture. And I also learned that it's okay to step out of my comfort zone and it's okay to potentially get into awkward situations in order to relate to other cultures and people. It's sometimes hard, but I've learned the ability to do this, and I think that it's okay to just step back and learn instead of just talk right away. And I've learned this in several things that I've attended at MSU because you don't need to have an opinion right at first. You can just kind of listen to the different cultures and take it all in. And it doesn't always have to be about your culture. And that's what I love the most about MSU and just learning a lot about other people.